Hey guys, so I wanted to take a second and I wanted to talk to you about a book that I'm about to finish. I have about 40 minutes left of the audiobook, which is like one chapter. Now, it's the Jim Butcher, the author, Dresden Files, but something happened when I was listening to the books, and I don't know, like it really hit home, and I wanted to share that with you guys because books are one of those things that, it's not just a fictional world. Like, you can actually take elements of real life and pull it out of a good book, out of good writing. And that's really what happened today. So essentially, I will give you some backstory. We start off with a 17-year-old girl who we have really gotten to know this book. We've only met once or twice before. She's standing on a concrete floor in a warehouse surrounded in a circle by other people in a court case. Her life is actually being decided on, whether she should or should not be executed. She's standing on a puddle of dried blood where somebody her age was just executed about 3 days before. So we're thrust into the middle of this court case. Okay. Now this girl, we've only met her once or twice before, and this book, she really comes to the forefront because essentially she was really young before, and over these books she's grown up, and you've known her and you've seen her and she's been around, but you've not really had any interaction with her. But what you have had is interaction with her father. Her father is somebody who I kind of wish I knew in real life. I admire, to be completely honest with you, and one of those characters that he's so well written and so real that I view as a real person. Like, I can visualize, I can see, I can hear Michael. I can see him. And so over the 100 or so hours that I've been listening to these audiobooks, I have really got to know the family. So the father, just really, can't even describe to you how much I like this guy. And then her mother, who throughout the books, you've kind of gone through the whole array of emotions. You've gone from liking to disliking to joking with and joking at. And so you kind of go through this whole thing. And in this book, you get a whole new perspective of her. You get the perspective of her inner self, her inner being. And it shines on the light of all of her attitudes and what she's been saying and what she's done over the last 9 or so books. And so we're sitting here, and essentially, I'm sitting on my bed, staring at my computer screen, not breathing. Like, I am tense. I am just clammed up, and I'm like, what is going to happen? And the judgment gets passed. And I quite literally scream. Honest to God, was just like, no, 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 no. I yelled very loud. I was much louder than that. And I could hear my flatmates downstairs making tea or something, like clink, 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 clink. I completely stopped what they were doing because I was screaming no and maybe a few curse words. And I literally felt like my heart dropped. I was angry. I was like furious. I was sad and emotional, and like my heart was broken, and like I didn't know what to do. I was going through a whole array of emotions listening to James Marsters tell me that this girl was going to be killed. I didn't know what to do. And I literally felt like the carpet was swept down from under my feet, and that I had tears in my eyes. Like, I could not believe what was going on. Because the whole time I'm like, this girl, she can't die. She can't. No, it can't happen. Like, this is not right. This is not morally correct. And then something happens. And all of a sudden, you get that little light, it's like in the back of your head, and you're like, wait a second. Wait, what about this dude? Like, wait, what about this? Like, it's not filled. No. And so as the executioner is walking up, like, you're like, no, he can't. And then Harry Dresden steps in. He's like, dude, like, you can't do this. And the executioner's just like, get out of my way. I don't want to, but I have to. And then all of a sudden, it starts going downhill, but in a different way, you know, because it's going down here, but then it turns. And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, wait, this. And the story kind of breaks, and then all of a sudden everything pauses. And there's that shift right there. And it doesn't get better. It just stops. And you're like, what's going to happen? And it goes and goes and goes for a couple minutes. And you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I'm watching the timer on the iTunes go. And I'm like, oh, come on, like go faster. And then all of a sudden, it's like a twist, you know? And you're like, oh man, that's so amazing. What? No. Really? Oh no. And it gets better. And it gets better. And so I go from like in tears, like fury, to like just like almost to ecstatic happiness, to the point where like something happens and I'm like, yes, 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 right? I'm like screaming and like cheering and like, yay. And again, the flatmate who had come upstairs and I guess got his belongings and was going downstairs was walking down the stairs as I was yelling again. And so I hear like squeak, squeak, squeak. And as I was going, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then squeak, 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 squeak. So my flatmate twice heard me screaming in my room for no apparent reason. Yeah, and so it made me realize the raw power of the written word and how that can take you out of reality, but see reality and what's going on. Because I had to question myself, you know, the whole time I questioned myself, would I be able to completely be selfless and sacrifice myself for somebody, for a cause, for something that I believe in? Would I be able to do a deed that I didn't want to do in my heart, that I felt was morally wrong, but I was obligated to? So at one part, you know this is morally wrong, but you're morally obligated to do it. And would I be able to do something in that situation? Or would I, or have I, or would, like, am I, or will I ever be in the situation where I feel I'm so in the right that I'm blinded by what's going on in front of me? And so it's like these real, like, emotions, real thoughts, these real situations that's going through my head, like, oh my God, what is going on? And that is the power of a book. That is the power of a good read. Because it not only gives you a good story and something that's memorable, but it makes you reflect on the inside. I mean, it makes you reflect on the outside, both. And it makes you, I don't know, I think it makes you more aware of what's going on, and I truly appreciate it. So I maybe kind of spoiled it. I didn't tell you what book or anything it was, or really what was going on, but I wanted to share that with you. This is a long video. This is one take. But I hope you agree. Let me know down in the doobly-doo if there's anything that you enjoyed, like a book or a movie or anything similar that you get a similar experience for, that you're completely emotionally involved in every sense of the word. Because I'd like to know about it. So leave a comment down in the doobly-doo and subscribe if you like these videos. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace. By the fly, you know, by fly the seat of your pants? Seat of his pants, yeah. He just went by this. He flew by the seat of his pants. We'll just go with that one.